What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle, and today we are going to be ranking every Apex Legends every legend in Apex Legend. No, I'm not switching to Apex, but yes, I will do some Apex Legends videos here and there because I have been absolutely enjoying this game. So yeah, every legend in this game is very balanced, so these rankings are more based on how I like to play the game. Coming into the 8th spot of my list is going to Caustic.
Death is inevitable. It's calling you.
I personally do not own this character, however, I'm basing this decision off of the community's response to him. His tactical ability allows him to throw down these I don't really know what they look like, so I'm just gonna call them traps. If an enemy runs by them or shoot them, they will activate, causing toxic gas to burst out and kinda like stink bombs in Fortnite or smokes gas grenades from Rainbow Six Siege. They do very minimal damage, but if you are a skilled Caustic player, you'll be able to overwhelm the enemy with these, so you can gain the advantage. His passive allows you to see enemies in the gas, which sure, it's a decent ability, but the enemies tend to run out of the gas when it's activated. His ultimate ability is basically the same exact thing as his tactical, but bigger. I'm going to give the 7th spot of my list to Gibraltar.
Kodai Squad wins again.
He's definitely not a bad character, but I do feel like he should get a small buff. His passive ability allows him to have a shield in front of his gun, which is nice because it reduces his huge hitbox. I'm telling you, this is a big boy with a big hitbox, so the shield is very necessary. His tactical ability allows him to throw down like a dome shield thing, which can be very useful depending on the situation. You can use it to revive your teammates, respawn your teammates, or even just to have an extra form of cover. Just remember, you cannot shoot out of the shield. This has killed my team once, so don't do it. His ult is just an airstrike that is quite annoying if you're on the receiving end of it, but the quick mobility in this game will allow you to escape in time. The 6th spot on my list is going to Mirage.
Now you see me, now you don't. Sorry, did I confuse you?
Mother.
Isn't sneaky your specialty?
I feel like Mirage is one of those legends who's going to become worse and worse over time. His passive ability turns him invisible for a few seconds after being downed, which sure, it could be useful, but he's not fully invisible. His tactical ability sends out a clone of himself, which replicates the exact position that you are in. For example, if you are crouching and then send out your clone, it will crouch walk, which may trick the enemy more than if it was standing, and a lot of people don't know about that. So should I make a top 10 things that you may not know about Apex Legends video? Would you guys watch that? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, I feel like the community is getting used to Mirage clones and being able to avoid shooting them, so that's why I said he's probably going to get worse over time. His ultimate ability is okay though, but it has the same issue as the tactical. Oh my god. It essentially spawns in like a group of 5 or 6 clones, and then the actual player turns invisible, but not invisible. Mirage is a very situational legend, but besides gameplay, he definitely has the best character and personality. Coming into the number 5 spot on my list is going to Pathfinder.
Game over. Thanks for playing.
Is it just me, or does Pathfinder talk like 3 times more than other characters?
Good luck. Hey, that's me. Hi, friends. I'm excited to fight you. That was a joke.
His passive ability allows him to go up to these little beacon things around the map and interact with them, and this shows him and the whole team where the upcoming circle or safe zone is going to be. This can be very useful mid to late game, but I don't think it's a really good ability. Everyone talks about how this kind of ability is overpowered, like when there was that storm tracker in Fortnite, but I never really understood why it's so overpowered. I mean, yeah, you can get to a good position, but I feel like it wouldn't really change much, but you know, maybe I'm wrong. His tactical ability allows him to grapple to certain places, and this is very beneficial for flanking another team or just repositioning yourself in general. And lastly, his ult is pretty much useless. You can make a zipline, but there are already like 5 ziplines every 10 feet in this map. Now we are getting into the characters that are almost essential for any team. The 4th spot of my list is going to Bangalore.
Did your weapon malfunction? ordered you.
She is arguably one of the best passive abilities in the game, where if she gets shot at, she somehow becomes Usain Bolt. This will get you out of so many situations. It's just amazing. Her tactical lets you shoot these smoke grenades, which are very useful for reviving your teammates or repositioning yourself. And this pairs really well with any gun that has a legendary optic because you can see through the smoke with it. Plus, you can pair this with Bloodhound's ult to get a very nasty combo. Her ultimate ability is basically the same thing as Gibraltar's ult because it's an airstrike. I think it comes into the map differently or something, but I don't actually know the real difference between these two. But hey, this game came out like a few days ago, so I'm trying to figure this kind of stuff out. The last 3 legends were very hard to rank. I wish I could say they're all tied for first, but then that would ruin all the fun of seeing toxic comments.
What you say to me, you little shit?
So, with that being said, the 3rd place spot of my list is going to Wraith.
Tell Death I said hello.
Before you get triggered, let me explain myself. Wraith is a very, very good legend, but she takes a ton of skill to use properly, which is why I'm putting her lower than the other characters, because I don't have skill. Her passive ability is called Voices from the Void, and how it works is if an enemy looks at you, you will hear a bunch of voices and will be given a specific prompt to warn your teammates. If you warn your teammates, I believe it'll ping the exact location of the person looking at you. Her tactical allows her to transport into a different dimension, turning her invincible, but not invisible, and making her run probably 30 to 50% faster. This is a good way to get out of a bad situation, but you have to remember that people can still see you when you're in the void, so running away most likely will not do anything, but running away into an advantageous position will allow her to get the jump on the enemy. See what I mean by it takes skill to use Wraith? Her ult lets her place 2 teleporters, which at first glance looks and sounds really dumb, but it can be really useful for positioning your team or for saving your team. Pro tip: you can teleport down teammates. Coming into the 2nd spot of my list is going to Bloodhound.
Their deaths still carry honor.
No one knows who Bloodhound is or where he came from, but what we do know is that he's really creepy and can basically sniff out his prey. He can see these little indicators that show exactly what the enemy did at what time, which can be very useful for tracking down a team. He can also use his tactical, which will highlight any enemies in a small radius, a reddish orange color, but be careful, it doesn't show where they are in real time, so don't get tricked by that. Also, the enemies can see when you use the ability, so it may give away your position in certain situations. And finally, the main reason why he is so good, Beast of the Hunt. His ultimate. When you activate his ult, you basically go sicko mode. Everything goes black and white except for the enemies who are highlighted red, plus all the footsteps are glowing red as well, and he runs like 4 times as fast. And I'm sure there are more things that happen, but those are the main ones. This is one of the best ults in the game, but it is kind of what we would say selfish, because it doesn't help your team unless you are communicating well with them. And finally, what you have all been waiting for, the best legend in this game, in my opinion, is going to Lifeline.
Poor bastards.
So, I may be a little biased with this because I am a Lifeline main, but every one of her abilities is insanely good. In my opinion, she has the best passive ability in the game. When you are reviving someone, your Doc Drone throws a shield in front of you to block all incoming damage, and you revive faster. So sometimes you can even revive someone in a close quarters combat situation because the enemy would not expect it. I do that a lot, and it actually works. In addition to the revive benefits, she also heals herself 25% faster than any other character. This is basically like a 3-in-1 passive pack. Her tactical ability is incredibly good also. She throws out her Doc Drone, which attaches its tentacle things to you and any of your teammates, and heals everyone relatively quickly. I believe that it lasts long enough to give you full health, even if you start off with 1 health. And finally, her ultimate ability, the Care Package. She gets to call in her own airdrop. It can contain so many essential items and can completely change the game for you and your team. I personally think that you need a Lifeline on your team at all times because her abilities are just so good. Not only just for your team, but also for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, but don't click off yet. If you guys want an easy way to talk to me, find some new online friends, or even self-promote your channel or something, come join my Discord server, link in description. Also, I know that this video was in a different game than I usually do, so I hope you don't mind that. And no, I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon because I actually really enjoy playing this game. Let me know down in the comments section below if you guys want me to do more Apex ranking videos. So yeah guys, I think that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a like, sub, and all that, because it truly helps me out a lot. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.